Cobra Kai is a fresh yet nostalgic take on the classic characters, and we love that it never takes itself too seriously. There are wholesome moments that make us laugh and cry, and then there's the action. Season 1 felt far more grounded than the rest, but the action kept getting more entertaining, and the students kept getting better and better too. So today, let's look at the 10 strongest students in Cobra Kai, starting with Kyler Park at number 10. Kyler was strong and agile and could beat Demetri, Eli, and Miguel early in Season 1. They put him in his place after learning karate from Johnny, at least for a while, but then he joins the Cobra Kai dojo and becomes an even bigger bully than before.
You want another beatdown, Rhea? I'm ready for your lame-ass karate this time.
It's not lame-ass karate. It's Cobra Kai.
But then Miguel steps up and pounds Kyler and his friends in the cafeteria near the end of Season 1. A video of the whole thing goes viral and just pisses Kyler off. Terry Silver and John Kreese start training him, making him a better fighter overall. His next bout with Miguel almost ends up with him winning when he and the rest of Cobra Kai invade the LaRusso house. But then, that's it. Kyler lost steam after that. In Season 4's All Valley Karate Tournament, he could not land a single point against Hawk and eventually lost. Kyler started off strong and improved as the series went along, but the rest of the Miyagi-Do students were stronger. At number 9, it's Kenny Payne. We know this is probably the most controversial pick for this list, but hear us out. There's no denying that Kenny's turned into a caricature of his former self. He used to get bullied by popular kids back in Season 1, and he's felt abandoned more times than we can count. That part makes sense to us, but fans genuinely hated that he won against Hawk. But then again, Silver paid off the referee, and Kenny used an underhanded technique to finish Hawk. Still, Kenny's a pretty good fighter, and he's got the physical strength and speed to pull off the moves Silver taught him. But he realizes that Silver's been playing him this whole time, and leaves Cobra Kai because of it. We don't know where his journey's taking him next, but it'd be cool to see if he joined Miyagi-Do to unlock his full potential. Next is Chris at number 8. Chris is one of the most underrated supporting characters in the series, at least for us. He joined Cobra Kai with his friend Mitch in the second season, and spent most of the time in Season 3 waiting on the sidelines. Johnny neglected him, so he started lagging behind everyone, including Mitch.
I'm just gonna let you diss me? I didn't diss you. It was constructive criticism.
So he left Cobra Kai and joined Miyagi-Do instead, being the first central character to do so. And after getting trained by Daniel, he becomes strong enough to surpass Mitch. This guy was taken out at a mall in his first fight, but later he dominated his fight with Mitch until getting taken down, of course. But he grabbed a book and took out his opponent. For us, that's cheating. But things changed in Season 3. He took on both Mitch and Doug at the same time. Even though he was outnumbered, it showed the kid's growth from his first fight. Coming up is Demetri at number 7. Some loved him, others hated him. The hate had to do with his self-esteem issues. He was a sarcastic kid who just wouldn't stand up for himself. But in Season 3, he started breaking out of the mold. He learned how to fight and beat Hawk in Season 2 with many powerful kicks and some grade A defense. Demetri's even gone toe-to-toe with Robby in the All Valley Tournament, who's one of the more well-rounded fighters in the series. But the best bit came at the end of Season 5, when he beat his bullies and gave us the payoff we all knew was coming. Still, even though he's not in the top 5 strongest students, he's better than many Eagle Fang, Cobra Kai, and Miyagi-Do students. The kid's trained under both Johnny and Daniel, making him a formidable opponent to beat. Up next is Devin Lee at number 6. Under Tory Nichols' guidance, Devin's become one of the strongest and most impressive fighters. She's a quick learner and even helped Tory take down Kim Da-eun. Even though it's an assisted win, it's still a win against Silver's second in command.
Be a champion. Do not throw that away.
Oh, I will be a champion, but I'll get there my way, not yours.
But as of right now, she's far below Tory and Samantha in terms of fighting ability. She had the speed and technique to push Samantha to her limits when they were fighting for the Sakai Taikai invitation. Even though Samantha won, Devin didn't make it easy for her, so there's still room for her to succeed in the next match. Coming in at number 5 is Tory Nichols. Tory's come a long way since the first 2 seasons. Most fans agree that she was a bit insane, especially in Season 2. She's grown a lot since then, being a lot more mature in Seasons 4 and 5. But it's her strength as a fighter that everyone loves. She can hold her own against more experienced fighters like Miguel and Samantha. Samantha, but her problem is defense. Her anger issues get in the way when she's fighting, and she becomes increasingly aggressive as the fight continues, leaving room for error. Unlike Robby Keene, Tory's an unbalanced fighter, especially after Johnny tells her that aggression is the only thing a fighter needs to win. She'll need a lot of defensive lessons from Daniel if she wants to be balanced moving forward. For number 4, we picked Samantha LaRusso. Daniel's daughter was exposed to karate far earlier than most of her peers at high school. She's Tory's arch nemesis throughout the series, and the two lock horns on more than one occasion. But she's got the strength and offensive techniques to back her up in any fight. She sparred with her dad at an early age, and is one of the only people who never left Miyagi-Do after mastering defense. But she's also trained with Johnny Lawrence for a while, learning some kick-ass moves along the way, and increasing her skills as a fighter even more. More than that though, she's highly intuitive. She can analyze your style and develop a combo to take you down. That's how she came close to beating Tory in Season 4's All-Valley Under-18 tournament. But Season 5 is where she shines, beating Devin Lee in a Sekai Tai-Kai exhibition match, even though the referee was bribed. In third place, we're going with Robby Keene. Robby's stubborn and trusts no one, but he's absorbed the fighting ideologies from Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do throughout the series. He did something very few characters on the show have done, blend both ideologies and create something new. And that made him one of the most well-rounded fighters in any dojo. He's such a strong fighter that Hawk only beat him in Season 4 because he got distracted. The darkest part of him, the one we saw in Season 3, comes from his anger toward his father. He almost killed Miguel by kicking him over the railing. He's made amends for it ever since, but it's still one of his weaknesses as a fighter. The day he gains control over them, he could become one of the show's greatest fighters. The number 2 spot goes to none other than Hawk. His rage mainly drives Hawk, since that's a massive part of his backstory. Johnny tells him that the best defense is more offense, and he takes that to heart. After joining Cobra Kai, he becomes one of the dojo's best attackers, being able to take on multiple opponents at once. He's even good at psychological warfare, easily intimidating people who want to pick a fight with him. But while he's an excellent attacker and one of the strongest fighters in the series, he underestimates the value of a good defense. For Hawk, defensive training means you've accepted defeat and don't hone those techniques. Season 4 changed that though. He got humbled, making amends for all the wrong he'd done, and began training under Daniel. He became a more balanced fighter overall, eventually winning the All-Valley Under-18 tournament. Finally, in first place, it's fan favorite Miguel Diaz. Miguel isn't just one of the strongest fighters in the show, he's easily one of the greatest characters. He's very human and sometimes lets his ego do the talking. Plus, he's got knowledge of all 3 dojos, making him the most well-balanced fighter on this list. He even beats Robby and gets revenge for what happened in the school brawl, but shows mercy, showing his maturity over the last few seasons. For us, his greatest feat of strength came after fatal Season 3 injuries. He was in a wheelchair for weeks and felt utterly powerless, but he found the strength to continue training after he recovered and gained back the power he lost. Season 5 was quickly his best in terms of speed and technique, and we're hoping he continues to mature in Season 6, becoming the single greatest fighter Miyagi-Do has ever produced. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for watching. So who do you think is the strongest fighter overall? Did we miss any who should be on the list? Tell us down below. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos in the future. See you at the next one.